At number 3, I have Worldbreakers. So this is a head-to-head dueling game, 2-player only, that is based on this kind of parallel history. So you and your opponent are taking control of a unique faction, each with their own strengths and weaknesses, and you are racing to get to 10 power. And you can get to power in different ways, by breaching your enemy lines, but also by using abilities on your characters or locations that you're controlling. And this game is going to be directly compared to Magic the Gathering, and rightly so. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't very similar, because it is. You are playing characters from your hand, or followers, or locations, or one-off abilities, using a mana system, but you're not tapping mana cards. You're actually spending currency called Mythium, I think it's called. So it has that kind of more fluctuating currency. It also has this standing system that I quite liked, where you have to increase your reputation with certain factions in order to play those most powerful cards. So again, the foundation of what you're paying to play these cards is different to a game like Magic. But the combat system is fairly similar, where you're committing characters and then your opponent can try and block them. Again, anything going through will end up giving you power, which will be your victory condition. Again, you're playing these locations, which you can spend your turn to activate and get abilities that way. Or you can just simply draw cards or take more mana. So the game system is actually pretty clean. Again, either draw a card, take a mana, play a card, or use a location. I like that, so very boiled down, and a lot of the kind of synergies is inbuilt on those cards. And I must admit, I did like some of the combos you could play here by trying to block your opponent's most powerful characters or stop them from attacking at all. Lots of cool little tricks you could do, as you'd imagine with a game like this. The only issue is I kind of struggle to see who the core audience is, because if you like games like this, you're probably going to be playing Magic. I suppose the only way I could really advocate this is that if you want fixed, balanced decks. So the game does come with, or the core game comes with, I think, 4 different factions with their own leaders, and you can actually set up predetermined decks so that you're not spending your time deck building, which I personally don't enjoy. So I actually like the balanced nature of the decks that are preset here. Another thing that I was impressed about is how balanced the game is, despite each faction being significantly different. So some of the factions will simply rely on manpower, some of them will rely on kind of playing tricks with your opponent. Some of them will rely on using locations and so on. So it's quite nice how each of these factions take a different approach. I quite enjoyed it. I was quite impressed again with the game design here. I think the designers can be quite proud of themselves. I am slightly concerned about who the market is, though, as I mentioned. But all in all, it's pretty quick. Again, there's some good combos. The game system is clean, and it does what it says in the tin, I suppose, or it achieves what it's trying to achieve. So that is Worldbreakers at number 3.